Welcome to Unlock Church, everybody. Thank you so much for making the jump today from the one wheel video. Hopefully you enjoyed that one wheel video. I know I enjoyed racing in it, and I just want to say, well, first of all, my one wheel is absolutely trashed, but it was worth it because it was so much fun. But I also want to say congrats to Scott, even though it bugs me that you won. Congrats. You deserve it, and you are the guy to beat. You won the last, what, 2-3 races, so congratulations. And I just want to say thank you for being here. I know Legend, you're here. I know Summer, you're here. I know the Vernon family is here. So thank you so much for being here and for watching today. We have a lot in store. You're gonna see Lily, you're gonna see Kristen, you're gonna see Scott, you're gonna see Brian, and it's just gonna be a good day. We are going to be talking about the comparison trap today, and I know I catch myself in the comparison trap all of the time, like probably daily, honestly. And even in these one wheel videos, I compare myself. I compare myself that I have a one wheel Pint and Scott has a one wheel XR, and how that's unfair in some of the races. I catch myself, like even in a simple race, I catch myself comparing myself to other people, and so it's a great reminder, and it's going to be a great message.
Welcome to Unlock Church Online. My name is Scott Mendenhall. I'm so glad to have you with us. Now, thank you for watching. We know some of you are watching, you're still in your pajamas, you haven't brushed your teeth, and that's just okay with us. That's the way we roll around here. After all, we can't smell it and we can't see it. So it's good. It's all good, real good. Today's topic I'm super amped about. I'm excited about having a special guest in this place. And I hope we can do it all in more than or less than 3 takes, because this is our 3rd take, okay? We're gonna invite that guest in here in a moment, but we got a great concept today that is a review for some, that is a great maybe shift in thinking for others, and for others, it'll be the first time ever hearing something like this, and hopefully it makes your life better, okay? So, without any more words from me, let's invite our wonderful guest, first time to Unlock Church Online. May we put our hands together for Holly Mendenhall. Clap, 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 clap. You should be putting the emoji clap sign over there. All right, let's scoot you over.
Yep. Don't kick anything.
Yes, we had a moment where she kicked the camera, and we had to start over, and then we had a child that wanted her. We have since, well, we can't tell you what we do with the children because it might be frowned upon. Holly, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
How's quarantine treating you?
Quarantine is quarantine. You're all in one house.
You're all in
together.
one house. The cast, our cast of characters have not changed.
Nope. Everybody's here. Everybody's still alive.
And we're still smiling. Okay, we have a game that in quarantine we have developed, okay? And you can use this if you would like. We thought we'd share this game with you today.
Super fun.
It's super fun. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these coasters, and on the backside, what we've been doing is we have been writing our own numbers, okay? Numbers that she doesn't get to see mine and I don't get to see hers, and then we're gonna show you what we do. So really quick, you write your numbers down, 1 to 100.
Right.
Okay, but no looking. Okay. 1 to 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, it doesn't write so good on the cork.
Oh, mine's doing great.
Oh, I'm pressing too hard then.
You can use paper for this. You can use...
You could probably use a deck of cards.
You could use a deck of cards.
You could use a deck of cards if you'd like. Okay, what? What are you writing, a masterpiece over there?
Oh, wait, I can't use that number.
No, you gotta go with it.
Okay, great.
Okay, and then what else you need is you need a cash, money of some sort. We have it here. This is how the game is played. We are going to, and we're going to do only 2 rounds. We are going to first put down how much money we're going to wager, and then we're going to flip our number. And this is the numbers that we have been handed to. Now, here's the last piece of it, is that we are going to take, and we're going to shuffle them around, so no one gets to, I'm not looking, I have no idea whose card.
You don't know whose numbers are which.
Right,
Like
you have no idea, right. So you're just stuck with number. Okay, so then we'll go 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for me, 1 for you. Okay. Now, you have no idea what numbers you can get, but you're going to wager money, whatever. It could be pennies, okay? Okay, I'm putting $50. I feel like I'm going to have the highest.
Okay, I'm going to see your 50.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go another 50.
What? Okay, I'm leaving it 50.
I think I've got the highest.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, so then what you do is you just simply, the cards you were dealt, you just flip On 3.
Both at the same
No,
time?
one
at a time.
Run. We're just 2 rounds.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh no!
I win!
12 and 21. Crap.
So I'm winning that. Thank you.
Yeah.
See? That easy.
Okay, so I just lost 50. I have
lost
one more
$50.
number. I got to win back the 50.
You gotta win. That's correct.
Okay, so I'm wagering on this next one. I'm gonna go, because I want my 50 back, I'm going 20 on this, that I have the highest number.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I mean, you have money to play with now.
I'm gonna see your 20, and I'm gonna go 50.
Okay, I'm earning my 50 back and come out of your plus. I could be plus 20. Okay. But you go first.
No, we go at the same
No,
time.
you first.
We said the rules that we go at the same
But
time.
I can change the rules at any time.
No.
I'm the rule master. You're flipping.
Let's go.
Go. 1, 2, 3.
1,
2, 3. What is that? Is that 12 or 21?
21.
121? What is wrong with you? But I win! She broke the rules, but I win because, woo! Did you just see that? All I do is win, no matter what.
Well done. And it's because I meant to just write 21.
Yeah.
Or 100, and then my other one was going to be 21.
That's so good.
Anyways, well,
man.
nice game.
Great game.
We'll play it again tonight.
Yeah, I'll just take that money too. You just leave it right here. I made out real good in this game. Okay, thank you.
Really, I'll keep that for safekeeping.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime.
Enjoy that game.
I'll take your money any day of the week.
What's mine is yours.
Yes. All right, baby. Thank you very much. That was so much fun to have Holly sitting in here with me. I'm so glad she could help share with you a game that has been hilarious around here. Today's topic is this, the comparison trap. It's a real thing. We all face it. Sometimes we're unaware that we're facing the comparison trap, but we do it. And I want us to be set free of comparing ourselves to other people. It's like this. In the race, when we were one-wheeling earlier today, you saw me racing against Joey and Lily and Kristen. At one point, I looked back behind me to see where I was relative to Joey. Instead of, do I just keep going faster, go, I look back to measure my success. And I learned this in track in high school. When you look back or look to the left or right, you actually are slowing down. You're no longer moving towards the goal as fast or with the desire, intensity that you need to have to accomplish the race. So when we enter in life in a comparison trap where we start to look at our neighbors of what they have, what they're doing, what they're facing and going through, and measuring that, are we okay based on our neighbors and our friends that we know and the people we follow on social media and those we work with, if we use their life to reflect if we are doing well or not, that is the comparison trap. That is what we are sold in Western culture, religion. That's what we're sold in advertisement. Your neighbor's driving a new car, so it's time for you to get a new car. And if you have to go to debt to keep up with the who? Just write it in the chat really quick. Keep up with the who, right? Who is it? Who are we trying to keep up with? Who are all of these advertising agents trying to keep us up with, right? For those that wrote, the Joneses is correct. It's keeping up with your neighbors. Have you ever seen your neighbor get a new car and all of a sudden you want to get a new car, or they put it on a deck, you want to put it on a deck? Have you ever felt that tension inside you? That is for all humans. All humans feel that tension of, ooh, I want that. I didn't know I wanted that until they got it, and now I want it. That is the comparison trap, and it's a trap. And the funny thing about traps are, you don't know you're in a trap or about to set off a trap until you do. Think about a mouse trap. Mice walk up to it because they are tempted by said cheese or peanut butter, and they don't realize that what they're about to get is going to trap them and wish that they wouldn't have eaten the cheese or peanut butter, but it's too late. When you realize that you're in the comparison trap, it's already been sprung and set off, and now you're dangling, wiggling, freaking out. Oh no, I've ruined my life because I thought by the age of 26 I needed to be married. By the age of 25 I needed to be out of school. At the age of 40 I needed to be out of debt. By the age of 65 I should be really close to retirement. And we make all of these decisions in our life by comparing ourselves to others. And then when we realize that it was a trap and we fell for it, it's almost too late. And now what? And maybe some of you are at that stage, the now what stage. Like, now what do I do? Okay, Scott, you're talking about comparison trap. I sprung that trap. I am caught. I don't know how to get out of it. Hopefully today we can use words of a wise man that walked this earth, lived on earth for 33 years, died here on earth, but didn't stay dead, rose from the dead. His name is Jesus. We're going to use words of his to live by. That is our hopes over the next few moments, and to break free from the comparison trap. I've been part of the comparison trap. I do it sometimes unconsciously. I just do it like in the race. It wasn't a purposeful, I want to compare myself. I just did it freely. I just stepped into it. You will never win at life if you compare yourself. It's just the facts. If you try to figure out your worth by looking at other people, you will never win at life. You will find yourself miserable. You will find yourself anxious. You'll find yourself depressed. You'll find yourself at times lonely, because those are products of us not fulfilling the why in our lives, the purpose God's created us. It is a trap where we're just trying to be the version of our neighbor, but maybe a little bit better. And how many know that there's already that person? Why do I want to be like somebody else? I've been watching on ESPN on Sunday nights a documentary on the Chicago Bulls and their 6-peat, and it's such a great documentary. If you're into sports and you're missing sports, this documentary is such a great documentary. I think it's called The Last Dance. How many have been watching it? Drop a comment in the chat room. Let me know. Have you been watching The Last Dance? So good.
Sometimes I dream that here's me. Got to see, that's how I dream to be.
I dream I move, I dream I groove, like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
I wanna be like Mike.
like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
Be like Mike.
Be like Mike,
Oh,
be like Mike.
yeah I try, just need to fly.
Just one day if I could be that way. I dream I move.
Dream I groove, like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
I wanna be like Mike.
like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
Oh, be like Mike.
like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
I watch that and I just see how great Michael Jordan played. I see all the turmoil that they were facing in there, but I look at that and go, now there's a guy that played a sport really, really well. Does that mean I need to go play basketball now at that level? Does that mean I need to three-peat? Do I need to compare my life to what's happening in The Last Dance? Or can I watch that and be entertained but not choose that to be my why, my what, and what I need to do with my life? We need to be okay finding out what is our purpose and why in living that out. I want to give you one of my favorite quotes that I have all over the place. I love to read it, and so I'm going to read it to you really quick. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measures. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small doesn't serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so others won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. We are liberated from our fear. Our presence automatically liberates others. Woo! That's a powerful quote right there. That when we decide to stop comparing ourselves, to find our worth and value in life, and we begin to pursue Jesus and Jesus, what is it that you have for me? That's when we give permission for those around us to do the same thing. It's almost to take your head and look up all of a sudden going, oh, that's the race I should be running. I don't need to be running the race that's next to me. And so in light of the topic today, the comparison trap, I wish it was as easy as me just saying, stop it right now. Don't do it anymore and shake a finger. But that's ridiculous. That's not how this gets fixed. This isn't how we change. This is how we move from the comparison trap. We have often said it here at Unlock Church. We all live in the land of Ur in the way we justify things. We learned last week that human nature, one of our strong attributes is the ability to justify about anything we want, justifying why I said that, why I drank too much, why I slept around, why I did whatever we can justify. It doesn't mean it's okay. It just means you're great at the art of justification, and that is, in a sense, dangerous, because you can trick yourself into believing it was okay what you did when it might not necessarily have been okay. You know, one way to measure if what you said, did, is okay. If a person responds in genuine hurt, that means you didn't do something right. And you could say, well, they're just being a big pans about it. No, it is their response. Can they help if what you said to them hurt them? No, because our emotions are there. If somebody writes a nasty comment in here, I don't know them at all, and I'm going to read it. Does that mean I don't find any hurt from it? No, I'm probably going to find some hurt in it. Does that mean the comment shouldn't have been wrote? Probably so. It's just understanding. A great metric for us to understand, instead of justifying why I did what I did, is someone hurt in this process. If someone is hurt, then I did the wrong thing. Think about it in your own life. If an action that you did, that you cheated, let's say you cheat at work. Let's say you punch in, but then you run some errands and come back, and that's cheating the time clock, right? And your boss comes to you and says, hey, did you cheat on the time clock? You're like, well, kind of, and then you tell a little lie. All of a sudden, you're not hurting your boss necessarily, though you're stealing from them, right? You're taking advantage of them. Really what you've done is hurt yourself, and therefore it's an indication what you just did is wrong. You need to correct that problem. It's not, now let me tap into the art of justifying why I did what I did. It's tapping into, yep, I did, that was dumb. That was not me letting my light shine. That was me looking out for number one. I need to apologize to those people. I might not get my job back. I might not be able to just immediately fix the situations with said person if I ask for forgiveness, but I know that's the right thing to do, is to apologize, to ask forgiveness, and then whatever transpires on the other side of that, I'm okay with it. I have peace with it because I am at peace with God, with myself, and others. May we lose the art of justification and pick up the art of apologizing and forgiving. It will change your life and those around you, and that's a bit of the light being shined from within us so the world might see it, because it would be very different. And we live in this land that we call the and this is what I mean when it's the land of As long as I am better than someone, I feel better about myself. I don't want to just be okay with this much. I want to have more. It's like I want to be thinner than that person. I want to be wealthier than that person. I want to be faster than other people. I want Now let's be honest. If you really boil it down, you don't want you want ist. I want to be the thinnest. I want to be the wealthiest. I want to be the fastest. I want ist. That's really what we're after. But what we do to make sure that we're doing okay in the measurement of where we're at in life, as long as I have more than someone else, I feel good. If someone tells you that you're slow, what do? You go and find someone that's slower than you to go, well, at least I'm not as slow as them. Or at least I don't have money problems like them. At least I don't have a house like that. At least I didn't marry a wife or a husband like that. At least I didn't date that, right? What are we doing? We're living in the land of I'm better than that person because of my engagement, my choice on what I find is And we've got to stop living in the land of We have to escape from it. It's time to pack our bags, move out of the land of and into a new land, a new place where it's filled with love and forgiveness and hope and bright lights and people saying, I'm going after my why. And what is your why? The thing that wakes you up every day you're excited about doing. If that's seeing needs and meeting needs, if that's making sure you have enough resources to be generous to help other people in need, if that is, well, we're going to get to more of what that is in a little bit of time here, but we've got to move from the land of into a place that God can use us and where we find self-worth, not by being better than anyone, but being the best version of ourselves. You cannot do this alone. You need Jesus in your life. You've got to find your worth because you're a daughter and a son of a king. The king is Jesus. He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. That's where we find our worth. That's where we find our value. It's not what I know, it's who I know. And I know who Jesus is. And how did I get to know him? From what I've read in the owner's manual, the Bible. Speaking of the owner's manual in the Bible, we're going to use a parable today. A parable is a made-up story told by Jesus. And we are to pay attention in the parables because there's two things. The kingdom of heaven is revealed in the parable, and you and I are somewhere in the parable. We've got to find out where's the kingdom of heaven and where are we in the parable. I really like this parable. I hope when we read it and break it down today, you understand the way it was told. Imagine Jesus speaking to a group of people, and the story he's about to tell is one of those stories like you've seen in great movies that you're watching. You're like, oh yeah, this couple's totally gonna get married, and you're like, yeah, they're gonna get together, and all of a sudden at the end of the movie, one of them like gets hit by a car, and you're like, what? Like one of the movies that come to mind like that is City of Angels. If you've never seen it, it's an old movie with Nicolas Cage in it and Meg Ryan. And it's this movie, you're like, oh yeah, they're going to get together, and I'm totally going to ruin it for you, so sorry. Oh yeah, they're going to get together, and like some epic arc in the storyline happens, like it's happening, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden, right at the end, where you're like, this is it. This is the Disney ending, happily ever after I wanted in the movie, and all of a sudden she gets whacked by a bus. And it's like, what? What just happened? Hold on. And you're totally detonated? That's what happens in this story. When Jesus is speaking to a group of people, he tells this story. They're like, yep, right, And then right at the end, Jesus switches it and they're like, wait, what? No, that's not fair. That's not how it should be. Tell it again, but make it happily ever after. Tell it in a good way, Jesus. We want the happy ending. And so this parable has that twist in it, and I hope you see it for what it is, and I hope we can all, again, some of this is review. We've shared some of this before, but I just felt inside where we are in this world. We can get caught in the comparison trap so fast right now because we can take what we're dealing with and look at it and go, you know what? The stuff I'm fighting through right now isn't as bad as those people. They're really struggling over there. At least I have my job. All I'm struggling with is my mind, and they lost their job. And we are trying to, again, justify in comparison or comparing what we're going through to what other people are going through. And the real fact is what you're going through can be just as stressful as the person that lost their job, and a whole heap of other things are happening in your life, and you're looking and going, I'm glad I don't have that going on in my life, to try to justify where you're at. Instead of going, okay, Jesus, what do you want me to do with the pain I feel in my life? Stop comparing your given situation today in light of COVID. Stop looking at your situation and going, I don't have it as bad as them, or I have it worse than them. That takes your eyes off of what you're supposed to be fixed on, and that's dealing with the problem at hand. Taking what's in your hand and going, Jesus, what do you want me to do with it? What do you want me to do with the anxiety I have? What do you want me to do with the pain I feel about being trapped inside for 5 or 6 weeks? Or what do you want me to do when I watch the nightly news and I get afraid all of a sudden? Jesus, what do you want me to do? And stop going, well, you know what? It's not that bad. I am a little afraid, but that person over there, they got a family member that just passed away, and I just stop it. It's all tragic. It's all bad. And we could all sit here and we could all share our problems, and I probably would be truthful. I'd be very truthful in saying that we'd all take back our own problems. Instead of comparing them, let's take what's in our lives, in our hands, and deal with them. Jesus tells this parable in Matthew 25, verse 14. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth with them. To one, he gave 5 bags of gold. To another, 2 bags of gold. To another, 1 bag, each according to his ability. It's not hard to follow along what's happening. A wealthy man, is taking his money. He's going on a long trip, and now he's going to invest into 3 people. He's going to give a portion of his wealth, entrusting them with his money, and then he's going to go on a trip. And it was based all on what? What did Jesus say? He said, and it was all according to his ability or skills. Ability is what they can do with what I'm giving them. What are they going to be faithful with the money? Can I trust that they're going to do something with this? If I give it to them, will they do something with it? Will they do the right something with it? Not will they just do something for themselves, but will they do the right something? And so here you have this made up story where Jesus is painting a picture. What did he say? Again, it will be like a man going on a journey. What will be like? Is that the kingdom of heaven will be like? Because if that's what he's saying here, all of a sudden it's like, perk up your ears, because Jesus says, again, I tell you, the kingdom of heaven will be like this, like a man going on a journey who calls his servants and entrusts his wealth with them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags of gold, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Let's just say for laughs and giggles that we're all the 2 baggers, okay? I know we all want to see ourselves as the 5 baggers, that we are the top of the pyramid, the food chart, we are it. Let's just call ourselves the 2 baggers here, not 5 baggers. Let's jump back into Matthew chapter 25 and see what Jesus continues to say in this made-up story called a parable. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. This guy didn't hesitate, right? This shows the quality of the 5-bagger. There was no hesitation of what needs to be done. He didn't call up and go, okay guys, so I was given money. What should I do? What do you think? He knew what the right thing, he instinctively knew what was the right thing to do. He didn't hesitate. He didn't stop. It was, what do I do with this? What I love here is there's a reminder that not everything that is given to us is for us to consume. I say to Holly and I this all the time, especially in this COVID season, as resources have been given to us. Some people have been very generous to us. I've said to Holly, hey, we cannot assume it's for us to consume. Don't get trapped into just because something's been given to you, it's for you to consume. It is the assumption consumption. It's not that. It's going, what do I need to do? This is given to me. It's been entrusted. What do I need to do? There's been several times where we've been entrusted with gifts from people and we turned around and put it in an envelope and mailed it to people because we knew we were just the middleman to get it from one to another because we knew immediately it wasn't ours. We were managing it for a very short amount of time to get it in an envelope and get it to someone. We cannot always assume that it's for us to consume. And here is this man that got 5 extra pieces of gold. He didn't assume it was for his to consume. He went and put it to work and increased what he was given. Also, the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. And the music begins to shift here. It's like dun dun dun. Like, what is the deal? Why? What? Seriously, why would you dig? You read it, right? And you're like, come on, seriously, just go put it in a bank account and you could at least gain revenue from interest, even a little bit, but put it in the ground? Why would you do that? Back to the story that Jesus is telling. Jesus says, after a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled the accounts with them. What Jesus is trying to paint here is we say after a long time, we think, oh yeah, that's like a couple months. We think years. But really, when you go back to the original way it was wrote, it means after a lifetime. Not months or years, after a lifetime. What did these guys do with the money after a lifetime? I'm checking in now. You have had a considerable amount of time. What'd you do with it? The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I've gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. He's stoked here, right? The master comes back and goes, well done. You did something with what I gave you. You increased it. I trusted you with this, and now you've increased it. This is where we get the idea of being faithful with the few things. It's been in the DNA of my life and everything I've ever done. Be faithful with the few things. When we had our very first family that joined 5 years ago, we were faithful with the first family. We treated them like it was 1,000 people. Being faithful with the few things brings increase. Now let's jump back into the story. Matthew chapter 25, verse 22. The man with 2 bags of gold came. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. There's an invitation from the master. Now come join in. You've shown yourself trustful. You've shown yourself wise. You've shown yourself that you are capable because you were faithful with what you got. You didn't sit there and go, why didn't I get 5? You only gave me 3. Why didn't I get to do what the other guy did? Why aren't you giving it to me? Where's it at? There was no comparison here. It was, you gave me the 2. I'm now going to use the 2 best to my abilities. See, everyone watching, God's given you something and it looks different than the people that you keep comparing yourself with. It looks different. And you might find yourself frustrated. Why can't I play sports like that athlete? Or why can't I possess that much money or work in that job or have that many friends? Or the list goes on of how we compare ourselves. And we begin to sabotage our own future because we are trying to be the future of someone else that's trying to pursue a future. That person needs to be doing what God's called them to do, and you need to be doing what God's called you to do. And in doing that, you give permissions for other people to do it. Stop trying to be another version of somebody else that already exists. Be you. Be the best version you can be. Stop complaining that you don't have a boat and your neighbor does. Or stop complaining that your neighbor has an extra cabin up north here in Minnesota and you don't. Stop complaining that you don't have a one wheel and some people do. Stop complaining that other people have hair and you don't. Or stop complaining that you have hair and you don't want. I'm kind of being a little bit, having a little fun there. Dude, we gotta stop comparing ourselves because we are wasting our creativity on I wish I would have, could have, instead of going, I wonder what I can do. I wonder how I can lead people and teach people and reach people. How can I be a light for people? Look at what's in your hands and do something with it. Now, as the music begins to shift here and you can start to feel this tension, because now we're going to show up, what does the master have to say about the one bagger, the guy that buried it? Let's go back to the story. Then the man who had received one bag of gold came. Master, he said, I knew you were a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. Soundtrack changed to like this heavy stuff like, oh my gosh, the master's gonna freak out. And did you notice what the one bagger did? Well, it's your fault, master, why I did what I did. You're a shrewd man. You work hard and you sow where it's not your land and you reap where it's not your. You are I was afraid of what you would say, so I didn't want to risk losing what you gave me, so I put it in the ground. It wasn't his fault, it was the master's fault. It's funny when we're in the comparison trap, we blame our situations in life on other people and other circumstances instead of saying, this is what's in my hand. I'm going to deal with what I have in my hand. I'm not going to look at what other people have in their hand. When you do that, you slow down at life, you stop running your race, and it's been said to us, run your race in such a way to get the prize. Run your race in such a way to get your prize. In track, there's these lanes that you have to stay in, and if you cross your lane, you get disqualified. If I look to my left or right in a 110 hurdle race, I slow down, and you could see it on a stopwatch. When in life, we stop looking at what's in our hand, and we look at what is in everybody else's hands, and we say, well, I would do that too if I had that. No, because if you had it in your hand, you'd be unaware that you have it because you're looking at what's in other people's hands, and we've got to stop doing that. In such a time as this, the COVID crisis in our lives, stop waiting for it to change. You change in it. You look at what's in your hand and what can you do? Can you sing? Then sing on Instagram. Make an Instagram account and sing your heart of worship. Maybe you've never done that, but you can. Why are you hiding your talent inside your home? If you have the ability to sing, then sing so others may be inspired. Are you creative and you can draw? Then draw masterpieces and share it to the world. Can you be funny? Then be funny for other people to see it, not just funny for yourself. What's in your hand? What are you doing with it? God's given you special abilities and skills. What are you doing with it to better your life and other people's lives? I look at my friend Zach. Zach has a unique ability to fix things. Like he can look at it, he's got the engineer mind, and he can look at a broken one wheel that I would throw away and say is complete waste. He would take it, look at it, diagnose the problem, fix it up. And then here's the thing that Zach does. Zach doesn't keep it for himself. He constantly gives it to someone else for either their birthday gift or somebody that's in need. It's tremendous. Here is a guy that has the ability, an engineering mind that he's not just using for his purposes, but he's using it to be a light in the darkness in the world. He's not keeping it to himself. I am asking you, and Jesus is asking you, wherever you're watching in the world today, what do you possess in your hands that you should already be doing something with? And don't sabotage yourself by saying, well, it's not good enough. You start little, you grow big. It's a fundamental truth about life. You have a baby, they start little, and healthy things grow. And so you want to take your talents and your skills and abilities, make sure it's always healthy, and it will grow. My ability to edit the videos that you're seeing, all of the cuts and the words, and you know what? It started when Holly and I were 1 year into our marriage. We sold a bunch of things. I got a video camera and a Mac computer, and I just learned how to edit. It took me about 1.5 years to start editing videos, and here we sit today because I felt the nudge from God to go, hey, you need to learn how to edit because it's going to impact your future. Because I was faithful what God asked me to do then, we sit here today being able to produce content in the wide world web and reaching people on several continents across the world with the good news of who Jesus is. That, to me, guys, is one of those like, whoa. I'm asking you to look at what's in your hand and go, okay, what am I going to do with it? You know your special abilities. You know that you have more compassion than anybody else. Then how are you going to love people? That you have more patience than other people do, that's a gift from God, and you should be using that patience to teach people something. I don't have enough time to rattle off all the things that you possess, but we all possess unique things. Now, as we begin to wrap this up, let's jump back into the story and see what the master does with this servant, the one bagger. His master replied, "You wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I had not sown and gathered where I have not scattered seeds. Well then, you should have put my money on deposit in the bankers, so that when I returned, I would have received at least interest." Whew! The dude's hot. The master's hot. Is like, you wasted what I gave you. This is a reminder that, man, in the kingdom of heaven piece it's a reminder that God's going to ask, what did you do with what I uniquely gave you? Did you waste it away and not share it to the world and keep it to yourself? Or did you constantly look, what's in my hand? What am I going to do? What's in my hand? What am I going to do? It's not for don't assume it's for you to consume. How am I going to give it away? How am I going to invest into other people? How am I going to give permission for other people to do the same thing? See, the master isn't mad because he did something bad. It was because he didn't do anything. Jesus is trying to say, those that frustrate me the most are those that aren't going to do anything, that see needs and aren't moved to do something. Those that sit idly behind and go, I can't do, I'm not good enough, I'm not like everybody else. I didn't go to the school that they did. I wasn't born in that area. I'm not from that country. I don't have money. This isn't about money. This isn't about leadership skills. This is about, what do I have in my hands? What am I going to do about it? This is the part in the story where, as I referred to in City of Angels, the bus hits Meg Ryan's character. You're like, what? Oh my gosh, what's that? No, it's not a happy ending. This is that point in this parable where people are like, no, Jesus, no. Tell it a different way. So, take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I heard it told long ago when I was in high school and stuff. This was like an illustration of throwing somebody into hell at the end. Like, it is not this part where Jesus is saying it's not that. It's throw them out where there is frustration, where there is this, like, I missed it. Like, some of you might be in that mode. You're like, I feel like I'm out there. No, it's time to turn back around, humble yourself, and say, Jesus, I want to look at what's in my hand and do something with it. I'm a one bagger. I realize it. Okay, I'm going to use what I got for other people. I'm not going to assume it's for me to consume anymore. What do you want me to do with my stuff? I'm a manager of what you've given me. I'm going to manage my things because I know one day you might ask me to give it away. I'm a manager of things because you're going to ask me to give it away. When you read through this parable, you will find out that what you have is less important than what you do with what you have. We all have something to give. And that is for you to figure out, no matter your age. Well, when I become an adult, I will do that. Guess what? When I get older, doesn't that sound like land of thinking? When I get older, I will do better. It's the land of We've got to start looking at where we are in life now and start going, okay, what am I going to do with this? When you look at your story, it's not about what you wish you have, had in your story or wish wasn't in your story. It's about what you do with the things in your story. I hope this makes sense to you guys today. I really do. Let me pray. Jesus, I pray right now that we have people right now making mental notes of things they got to do in their life that are just like, I got to stop comparing myself. I got to get out of the land of Ur. Every time we say I'm faster or better or thinner than someone else, may it just be a trigger in our mind going, oh no, that's the land of Ur again. May we stop looking at our current situations of I'm struggling with, it's not as bad as that person. May we stop doing that and just go, I am struggling. I am currently struggling in my life. May we admit to it so that you can step in and help us where we are. And may we have the eyes to see what's in our hands and do something with it. May we live under the principle that we might not assume that everything is for us to consume. Jesus, may we move in those directions today, because this is ultimately the way we shine the light, and that's you, to the world. And we give permission for others to do the same. Jesus says we are moving into a season of moving back into doing life a little bit more regularly. I ask that you would give us all wisdom and compassion for other people, and that we would walk with these principles as we see people perhaps more frequently now, and we're going out and about in our business. Would you keep us safe and healthy and give us wisdom beyond our years? Jesus, we absolutely love you. In your name, amen. I can't wait to see who starts Instagram accounts and starts singing, or YouTube accounts and you're singing, or you're teaching people how to make things because you can make things with your hand. I can't wait to see what God's calling some of you to do with what's in your hand. I can't wait. This is me exciting. This is gonna be a game changer for your life and for those people around you. Okay, enough of me chatting. Let's throw it to Lily, the funny one, the one that's supposed to make us laugh. I'm not sure if she's gonna make us laugh today. However, I know she was telling us at the race that what she's gonna wear today gonna blow our minds. So, if it blows your mind, you better write in the chat room, Lily, woo, blew our mind. I have no idea what that means or what this is gonna look like, because at this point, I've not seen it. So Lily, what do you got for us?
Scott, thank you so much for the kind words. Spectacular, I don't know. These gold hoops might bring it, but it's up to you. You can decide that one. Thank you so much for joining us today, you guys. My name is Lily. I'm the children's director here. If you're a kid and you're watching, you are awesome, and I love you a whole lot. We have an opportunity now to give, and giving is a really special time in all of our services, because giving allows us to be obedient in what God asks of us. God asks us to give 10% of what we make to his church, to the church, so that we can use that then in turn to help others. And right now there's so much happening, but I just want to rewind a little bit and share a little bit of my story with giving. I love One Wheels. For those of you who don't know, One Wheel is an electric powered device, and we ride them all the time. We've made tons of friends through One Wheel alone from all over the world. Seriously, it's awesome. And I wanted one so bad, and I just posted it on my wall, and I was like, I'm gonna get one of these someday. I'm gonna save up for it. And you know, it's just discouraging when you can't save, or when other things come up. And I knew I wanted it, but it was just like something that was gonna probably maybe happen in the future. And fast forward a little bit of time, Christmas is happening. It's Christmas time, and we're having our Christmas Eve service, and all of a sudden a family comes up, and the daughter is holding a beautiful, it's not just a One Wheel, it's the most, now that's spectacular. It's the most beautiful One Wheel. It's custom made, it's designed, it's pink, and she just held it out in front of me, and I was like, that's amazing. Did you make that? And she was like, it's for you. And in that moment, I just sunk with humility, because as something that I wanted and I longed for, God just dropped in my lap. He used a family to be generous, to drop it in my lap for no reason other than to bless me. And you know, I truly believe that it's in those times where we're obedient in giving and giving 10%. I was faithfully giving at that time, as I am now, and continuing to help others is those times where God can just bless us and just drop things like that in our lap. And when it's unexpected, it's even better. So continue to be faithful in your giving and continue to be generous towards others without expecting anything in return, and just see what God does. So we're gonna go through a time of giving now. I'm super excited for you guys, and in whatever journey you're on, just be obedient in what you feel like Jesus is asking you to do. There's tons of ways you can give to Unlock. You can text the word Unlock to 77977. You can go to our website, unlockchurch.com/give. There is so much happening, so much to help. So please, 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 we are so excited to partner with you in your generosity. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today. We're gonna wrap this thing up and we will see you next week.
Well done, Lily. Thank you for setting us up on the giving and being generous. Hey, what you were wearing, spot on, girl. You did well. I still haven't seen it, so I really don't know. I'm just guessing it was. Okay, we are gonna throw this to Kristen. She's the noob in the One Wheel videos, but she's been around here a long time. She's been singing on Instagram weekly, so I hope you guys have been enjoying that at Unlock Church on Instagram. Her and Brian are tag team throughout the week. It's been so enjoyable with them. Kristen, what do you got for us today?
Hello, Unlock Church. Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm so glad you guys are in here with us watching service online. This has been some of my favorite times with you guys during quarantine, just watching service together online and in the chat. So I'm gonna give you guys a few quick steps on how to log on to small groups. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna type in Unlock Church into your search bar, and then once our page loads up, you're gonna click on Digital Small Groups, and you're gonna see all of the different times that we have for adults, kids, and the challenge. And the challenge is our youth. So you're gonna click on the link, or you're gonna copy and paste the code on the bottom into your GoToMeeting account. So that is how you guys can log into small groups every week. And we're always here to help you guys, so if you need any help, please direct message us on Facebook or Instagram, and we will help you figure out technical difficulties or anything that's going on. The next thing that I have to announce for summer is Unlock Summer Camp. We are still doing it, and we are so excited about it, and we are bringing summer camp to you guys. So we're super excited, and it's gonna be amazing. We've never done this before, but it's gonna be so special and just so much fun. So if you're a kid between the age of 4 and 14 and you want to be a part of Unlock Summer Camp, get your parents to help you register on unlocksummercamp.com. And if you are wanting to volunteer, that is also possible, and you can also sign up to volunteer at unlocksummercamp.com. In order to sign up, you go to unlocksummercamp.com, click on the Register Here button, scroll down and click on the prompt, and you could start filling out your information to get registered. If you want to help volunteer, you'll just scroll back up and click on the Want to Volunteer tab, and then you're going to read through some of the leader needs, scroll down to Let's Get Started, and start filling out your volunteer application, and we would love all of the help you can get. Thank you guys for watching and doing upcoming events for me. I am super excited for small groups, Instagram Live worship, and summer camp. It's going to be an exciting time here at Unlock Church, and I'm so excited to be a part of it with all of you. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great Sunday and a great week.
Awesome job, Kristen. Thank you so much. You're still doing such a great job. Okay, you know how we always like to bring you some kind of good news, something that'll put a smile on your face? We got one for you today. Have you ever seen what animals do when they get a hold of a GoPro? Oh yeah, we have footage of animals that have come across GoPros in backyards or in the Sahara Desert. You just watch this, smile a little bit. This is our weekly's Some Good News. is so good. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Thank you for making it this far in the video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Leave a comment down below. We absolutely love hanging with you guys. We will have up-to-date information, what's happening for Unlocked Church and services as we are moving towards getting back together in a physical location. We're working on those details as we speak. Stay tuned to our weekly emails and you will know what's happening. All right, guys, we'll see you next week at 10 a.m. on our YouTube channel where we'll be racing of some kind of shenanigans. We love you guys. Have a great Sunday. Bye now.